It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports. And Wheels.
Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. They're going to take this up close to the 40, so really good starting field position. So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a guy who's moved around a bit in his career already. Out of the University of Texas, it's Colt McCoy. Here's McCoy. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Quick throw knocked away and incomplete. Crowd getting in it a bit already. Here's an early 3rd and 10. Now McCoy. Steps away to his left. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it will still bring up a 4th down.
Well, one of the things we talked about coming into this was we were never going to question the fight that he's going to have for all 4 quarters of a game. But ideally, you want him fighting for big plays and first downs early, not fighting just to get back to the line of scrimmage, as we saw right there.
That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Number 8, Lamar Jackson, trotting onto the field at quarterback, ready to lead this Ravens offense. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Tackle made by Kaiser White. You know he can fly to the ball, and he showed it there. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Jackson now. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They go play action with Jackson. The 20. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Jeez, I mean, what more can you say about Lamar Jackson? We know that he's got the quickness and the agility, but if you wanted proof of his straight line speed, look no further.
Now a timeout called for by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside. 2nd down and goal. Jackson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens are on the board first here this afternoon.
Well, this defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number 1.
It should be number 1, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just didn't.
2nd quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away.
Fields this way up at the 17. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. They'll be searching to dent the scoreboard for the first time. Now down 8-0 as they begin with a 1st and 10. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here, 1st and 10.
First play of the drive, a first down run. Well, that sets you up for whichever way you want to go. Do you come right back and run the football again because you've got them on their heels? Or do you play chess match with them?
Oh, Connor loses it. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And he's got Rome. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score. And a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower post-game. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he gets in. When no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead.
All right, partner, one more time. Our whole lives, you put the ball on the 3-yard line, kick the extra point. 2015, they put it on the 15 to kick the extra point. 2016, they said, we're leaving it there. So if you want to fake it, that's a long way to go. And they got it done.
I was going to say, they had a 15-yard play in their back pocket.
You don't see that on too many play sheets, do you?
No. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. Here's James Conner now as he trots back onto the field. Looking for a bounce back. Had the fumble a moment ago that went for a touchdown the other direction. See if he can get back in rhythm.
And you have to be very careful about having too quick of a hook with really good players. I did a guy's game in high school where he fumbled 3 times in the first quarter, finished with over 300 yards on the night, later ended up in the NFL. If you've got a talented back, give it back to him.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Looking to throw. McCoy. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to it.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They run behind center with Conner. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. On 4th down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. And it's taken in at the 9. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Throwing now, Jackson on first down.
He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Working with a 2nd and 4.
From the gun, it's Jackson.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a...
And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Rashad Bateman.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Ravens would extend their lead here just before halftime.
And he's got it. So they try for 2, successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
Throwing to start the drive. McCoy. Ertz. gain there on the first down play. Here's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, McCoy. A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
Rough incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. It certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Kyle Hamilton picks it.
There he goes, left side. And he will bring this back. It's a pick-6 and a Raven touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. But he will not get the 2 points. He stopped up short, and that is how this first half will come to an end.
A happy sight for a lot of these fans. We're jumping right over halftime and getting back into the action.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter.
Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Devin Duvernay.
And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Ravens.
And as we've talked to special teams coaches, that theme of being aggressive continues to come through, doesn't it? When they moved the kickoff back to the 35, it was going to cut down on the number of opportunities. But if you've got a special guy, you give him the green light no matter where he fields in the end zone. And in this case, it paid off handsomely.
He fielded it deep in the range of emotions. Maybe like, oh, no, don't. And then all of a sudden you see him break it. And you're like, yeah, way to go.
Yeah, sometimes you have to remind your head coach that he approved the green light for bringing it out from deep in the end zone. And that's exactly why he did.
The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. Now Brown, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. And you talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
And boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And that's a crusher right there. Had his man open for a first down. Throw a fastball when that wasn't necessary. Incomplete pass. When are these quarterbacks going to learn? You don't get extra points for how hard you throw the football.
Oh, he nearly broke that one. As it stands, though, a heck of a 36-yard run back. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Now Jackson taps this forward, jet sweep. Oh, a heck of a move. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. So the touchdown there, and that play, the tap pass, so simple, Charles, on the face of it, but what makes it so difficult for defenses to stop?
I think it's the precision and the quickness in which the play occurs, because the snap gets to the quarterback. He's essentially playing volleyball with it, just immediately just shoveling it forward. And when that receiver's at a full head of steam, if you don't take the edge away, he's got a chance to get to the corner and get upfield. But if you take the edge away, that's your chance to disrupt that play.
And no disruption there, that's for sure, as it winds up 6 points.
Free kick out of bounds.
Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
On first down, McCoy trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. He's at the 30. 10. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this third quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick six is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances here, and that one, it backfired in a big way.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Fields this way up at the 17. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them is the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
In every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Back now in Baltimore. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Throwing on second and long. McCoy. And McCoy loses the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. It's a squibber. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. Get this to the 31.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
Play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. It's caught by Aguilar. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Throwing is Jackson. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. To throw is Jackson. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And now once again, they'll line up to go for 2. Jackson here is going to look to throw. It's complete. And did he get the football to break the play? No, he did not. Out of bounds shy of the goal line, and they'll be denied on the 2-point conversion. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men.
They're going to take this up close to the 40, so really good starting field position.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. Throwing to start the drive. McCoy looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
Justin Madubuike picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Throwing on 3rd and long. McCoy. Zach Ertz has it complete. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the 1st. Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. This will be fielded at the 17. And he's loose again. And they're going to finish this one off strong. It's a return touchdown to add on to their lead in the final stages.
For the winning team here, Charles, that's about as big and quick